Oh my god. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for this comeback?
7 or 8.
Okay, I'm terrified excited. Because you never watched the teaser. I watched Soyeon's teaser. And people who follow me on Twitter know my reaction. But I'll talk a little bit more about that after I introduce myself. Hi, I'm Umu. I'm ReacttotheK channel creator / render / editor, filmer, whatever.
And I'm Sean. I am ReacttotheK arranger.
Yes, and so when I watched Soyeon's teaser, I mean, I just never expected to see it, you know? I'm a brass player. I play French horn. Maybe you should plug your ears so I don't spoil anything. Okay, so like, I mean, pianos being, you know, set on fire and stuff, that's become kind of like a trope in K-pop music videos or music videos in general because piano is a recognizable instrument. And I don't know, it's like, it could be for a deeper meaning or something, but I just never expected to see fire and brass together, and it was really shocking. And I'm sorry if you think I'm overreacting, but just imagine something that you're very passionate about, like if you're an artist and you see a really beautiful piece of art, like with fire nearby it, or it itself on fire, and like that pain that you feel inside. And I just as long as I don't see a French horn, I don't think I'm gonna like be too freaked out, but if I see a French horn on fire, I might lose it, so apologies ahead of time. Yeah, okay. Okay, you ready to start?
Yes. So, I talked about this in our Blow Your Mind reaction, which you can see on the channel. But I thought between Han and pop stars as sort of I-dle, and now because of Blow Your Mind, I think they're showing a lot of promise and a willingness to do some fairly unusual ideas.
Senorita! Brass.
Okay.
And sax and...
Oh,
that
nice.
was cool.
Yeah, that was really well integrated.
But is this just intro music? Or is this actually part of the song?
That is quite a bass.
Funky guitar. Oh, that probably was part of the song.
Yeah. Really sparse.
Just starting with her voice and the deep ass electric guitar is such a cool vibe.
Yeah. Kind of like we talked about with her song No.
And the castanets?
Oh yeah.
Oh. And they aren't even on the beginning or end of the phrase. It's at a weird part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're right after. Da da da. Oh. What was that whisper?
I don't know. This is pre-chorus, I assume? We haven't hit chorus yet.
No. We're still pre-chorus. Unless this is the chorus. I don't know.
No, that's gonna be it.
Chorus? That must have been the pre-chorus.
Descending bass line. Would have been better with a real trumpet, but
yeah.
Still.
Oh, there's the French horn! Oh my god! Ah, sorry.
I feel like I'm not hearing anything that sounds like a fake horn, though.
No, we only get trumpets and sax so far in the audio.
Oh, maybe that's hinting that they're gonna bring out a full brass section.
That would be dope. Oh, Joe. Hey. Oh god. Oh. This is freaking lit, but the poor brass instruments!
Wait, what was? I mean, the meter didn't change, but she was on. I was trying to figure out what the hemiola was that she was on.
Yeah. Crushing her car. I never expected to see that in a K-pop music video. Oh my god. Oh, it's a woo-hoo-hoo from Blow Your Mind.
Oh, yeah, not the same pitches, but yeah.
Trumpet solo? Wow, this is
Is she going to fire
amazing.
a trumpet?
Wow. It's interesting because this does like include, you know, the Latin castanets
Yeah,
and
but it's done, well, it's a red hand, I won't.
oh. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was good.
I was really overwhelmed by the changing of rhythms in the vocal and rap sections and all the brass instruments. I was very, very much overwhelmed by that and the falling tuba. But okay, so what I was about to say is that, so they featured all brass instruments. I saw tuba, I might have even seen, or was that a euphonium? That might have been a euphonium.
I don't know. Without size to tell, I don't really have a good way of determining which. Like I recognize I distinguish those by which is larger. There's a French horn lying on the ground. We see a trumpet on that little black thing. We see another trumpet. We see a trombone slide without the trombone. We see a French horn without its mouthpiece, and we see a giant tuba crashing into a car. Okay, and then the scene, the beautiful golden scene with the floating, you know, instruments. It's like in Latin ensembles, mariachi bands, they don't have French horns in them. Yeah, I don't see any euphoniums, nor they don't usually have trombones either. Trumpet is the usual brass instrument to be featured. So it's interesting that they're featuring specifically classical instrumentation with the Latin theme that they're kind of going for. Okay, your turn. I just talked a lot. I think they did. I feel like there are a couple of things that good people or groups have done that haven't been quite successful that they just did successfully.
Okay.
One is that they did the sort of brass folks video, which like we've seen before with Amber's Shake That Brass, but I mean, I like Amber a lot. I mean, you all have heard me talk about FX incessantly. In terms of sort of brass, like things that really focus on brass quite a lot, this is better both as a video and as a song than Shake That Brass, with full respect to Amber and broadly FX. And like we've seen a few groups try to do sort of Latin influenced things. Good to hear someone doing it in a way that doesn't feel at all memey and just feels like a very intelligent inclusion of that style.
Yeah.
So I feel like they really they integrated things well. They picked things to integrate well. Also, the video aesthetics are great.
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't know. I don't think there's any single moment that strikes me as much as the recursive zoom in Han, but overall this has, like Han, really, I don't know video, so like, hopefully, I mean, if PD reacts, you can listen to them talk about it, and I'm sure they'll have lots of really intelligent ways to talk about why this video looks amazing. My comments are just like, I like the colors look good. I can't get significantly more specific than they use a variety of really saturated colors. I'm sure that someone who knows video could break that down in a much more intellectual and technical way.
Right, and also going back to the brass usage in this song is, yes, it is MIDI, and the way that you can tell it is how the notes start and how the notes end, and whether if it's a repeated note, if it sounds exactly the same or not. Because when it's a real person playing it, there's slight variation when there's a repeated note, and when it's MIDI, it just sounds like copy and pasted. That being said, I thought the MIDI sounds weren't bad at all. Like I wasn't annoyed by the timbre.
No, I mean, MIDI brass tend to be pretty terrible. There's certain things that MIDI is good at. Percussion, MIDI tends to be good at. Section strings, MIDI tends to be good at. So if you think of like the MIDI sounds in Zero by Meansaw, a lot of those sound pretty good because they're playing to MIDI strings. Brass doesn't really play to MIDI strings, but yeah, this is, I mean, it's not bad. It's not, I've heard better brass samples, but these are not bad. It would have been nice if they'd gotten just like, even if they didn't have a budget to bring in like a full band, they got like one trumpeter.
They spent their budget on buying really expensive brass instruments for the music video.
And not on paying a really expensive
Yeah, that's kind of
trumpeter.
interesting. I guess like choosing aesthetics over sound.
Yeah.
Video aesthetics over sound. Because by the way, those instruments, maybe they just borrowed them. They probably rented them.
Yeah.
And they probably saved some money doing so. Because those were nice
Okay.
instruments. Yeah.
Good to know.
That they didn't quite set on fire. The fire was around them. So thank you for not setting a French horn on fire in front of my face. And I enjoyed the tuba dropping from the sky. That was great. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.